The Tech Temple.
Alright, this is Wise Man White here, back with a review for the camera for the Nexus 4. So like I said before in my hardware video section, the camera is not only accessible from the apps menu, not only from any widget or any icon that you place on here, but the quickest way to get to the camera is from the lock screen. You hold it and you just swipe over, takes you to the camera right away. So one new thing about the Jelly Bean camera is the way that the options go. So let me go ahead and turn on, I'm going to turn on the display so you can see, put rotate on so you can see the actual options the right way. So let's start the camera up. So now I rotated the right way. So now you see the options. So no longer is there a menu over here. This is your menu. So you have HDR mode. What HDR mode does is mix images together, 3 types of images together to compose into one image. Sometimes it's better than a normal image without HDR mode. You just gotta try it and see how you like it. It's personal preference. Not only HDR mode, but you have the flash. So if you want flash on, you want flash off if you want auto. You have the white balance. You have the settings right there. So the scene mode, you know, night scene, party scene pictures, what size you want them. I usually do 5 megapixels because 8 is kind of big unless you like really at an important event and you want some detailed pictures. Otherwise 5 should be okay. And the store location is on. And it's kind of nice to have it on because if you want to sort through an album very quickly and you take a bunch of pictures in one place, having the location is one way to sort your pictures by. And here's the light adjustment. So if you want more light to come in, see how it kind of got brighter there. But if I turn it down to normal, it'll get darker. So that's how much light you want to come through the lens. And you can also flip the camera around. So hey, what's up? So those are the settings. And so you just focus by tapping and you just, and the tap's taking camera right there. And the way to get to your pictures that you just took, so like I said before, I just took a whole bunch of pictures right here like that. The way you get to those is you don't have you saw there's no option to get to them here. So what you do is just swipe over. That's how you get to your picture that you just took. So I can delete that, swipe up, down or swipe up. Either way, it's going to get you the result of deleting. I think the pictures are okay. They take good to me. Like I'm not a super huge camera person, but there's some French toast I took for that I ate the other day. But it gets the job done for me. This 8 megapixel camera, I think it's pretty clear, especially in daylight. It gets really, really good photos. I don't think I have any. Let's see if I find a good daylight photo. Like here's one. I took this one indoors. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but this is a very, very clear picture to me. And if you're all the way back in the gallery, too far back, hit the back button, it'll take you right back to the camera. In addition to the camera, we have the video recorder. In terms of options, the video recorder has almost the same. You can turn around, front-facing camera. Here are the options for the flash off and on. And down here are the white balance. And here's me taking a short little video real quick. And one thing you can do while taking a video, if you want to capture a precious moment, you can touch the screen and it takes a picture while you're using the video camera. So you stop that, swipe over. These are the images that I took while I was taking the video. And there with the play button on it is the video itself. So let's get rid of all those. And you see how fluid just overall this UI is on this Nexus 4 is great. So here's one thing that the Apple tried to say that they had when they're in the commercials, but Ice Cream Sandwich already had this built in natively before this even Jelly Bean came out. So here's one thing. It's a panorama. If you don't know what panorama is, it lets you capture a wide angled view of what you're seeing. So here's what I'm doing right now, and then let me stop that since it's getting out of focus. And you saw how fast I just fixed it, stitched it all together, and there's the wide angle panorama. And I'm going to delete that, get rid of that. There's a panorama. And what's then from the panorama is the new feature in Jelly Bean known as Photosphere. So Photosphere uses very similar technology as Street View does, as you've seen on Google Maps when you drop the little yellow pin guy into the city and it gives you you can spin them around and get a 360-degree picture. Very, very similar technology here. It allows you to not only take pictures horizontally like you can in panorama mode, but also up and down in circular motion. So you can see a 360-degree picture of what you've taken. So here's it. I'm going to give you an example of one I took. And you can distinguish it easily by there's a circle right there and it looks like a globe. So what you can do is tap that and it gives you the preview of, so there's me. This is when I was in Orlando, beautiful. In February it was 80 degrees, it was gorgeous. So that's very, very nice. I mean, you can see right here it kind of messed up a little bit, but I learned to take some better ones. But there you can see 360 degrees of where I was. So you can get a very, very good feel of where somebody was. And it's just very cool, really cool technology. The only thing it doesn't get is way, way up top, and it doesn't get way, way at the bottom either. But the rest, because you're spinning in a circle, obviously, but the rest, it gets very, very nice. In addition to that, so let's say you took your panorama. Let me get back to that real fast. Let's say you took your panorama picture, you already found it. You see more options here. You can edit it right here, or you can make a little world out of it, out of your panorama. And see, it's called Tiny Planet, and you can either make it big or small. And you can crop it however you want to, and I will show. And you can change the features. I mean, the camera has some very good options as far as coloring and bleaching and vintage look and the contrast. It has some very good options built into the OS, so you don't have to necessarily download a separate app. But I will not save any of those. Oh, well, I guess it is saving it now. So we'll save a different color. So now it's I'm trying to show you the little tiny plan that I took as a result. So here's a tiny plan I took. Here's a little, it's very cool. Like, you saw the 360 already. So here's a tiny planet version of it. It just puts it in a little, in a little planet. You can save this and send it to anybody and they can see the little planet that you made. It's a very, very cool feature. So that is the camera app. Like I said, I have no issues with it. It's very cool. It's got some nice features in it. And the last thing I want to show you, zoom. You just hold, press, and hold. That's how you zoom on the camera. The shutter button doesn't work. This is not focused as a shutter button. It just turns the screen off. So there is no shutter. You have to use the on-screen shutter button. But that is the camera app for the Nexus 4. And thanks for checking out this video, and I will continue the rest.
The Tech Temple.